All right, honey, what do we got going on here?
So we're gonna build a garden box.
Yeah.
We picked up these blocks from Lowe's, and we're gonna stack one on top of each other. They're concrete, and they're basically corner blocks. So it's gonna be like 4 feet wide, 2 feet wide, and we're just gonna stack these, basically cut the boards and put all this material together, and voila, we'll have a garden box.
Looks easy.
Yeah.
So we should probably first go measure and make sure that it's gonna fit. All right, let's go do that. All right, so here we are out in our little enclosed deer-proof garden, and we've got our existing boxes that I made out of cedar a couple of years ago, and well, probably 10 years ago. They're holding up, but they were a little bit of work. So where are we thinking, hun?
We're gonna put it right here where the measuring tape is.
And that's what, 5 feet?
That's gonna be 5 feet.
Yep.
By 2 feet.
Okay.
So it'll give us a nice little extra part where we can plant some more plants.
All right, let's go cut some lumber.
All right.
Lumber. All right, so lacking my sawhorses, which are being used for a different project at the moment, I'm gonna use my tractor bucket, very handy. So this is an 8-foot 2x6. It's just regular pine, not pressure treated, don't wanna use pressure treated, didn't wanna buy cedar. This isn't gonna last forever, but it's a good start. So dimensional lumber is not always the right dimension. This is an 8-footer, but it's 8.5, or 8 feet and half an inch. If it was 8 exactly and I cut it into 2-foot pieces, you lose a little bit on every saw cut and they wouldn't be exactly the same. So I'm gonna cut one 2-footer. I'm gonna use that to measure the other ones. We'll have a tiny little bit of waste left at the end and we're good to go. Let's get it marked. So I'm cutting the boards and now I'm wearing this stylish hat because I have Lyme disease and I'm taking an antibiotic and I can't be in the sun. So I cut the first 2-foot piece. To make them accurate, you just use that piece to mark all the rest of them. And what's important to know when you do this, typically when you put a line on the wood, you cut to the right-hand side of the line so that you have the right length. When you're marking with a board, you want to basically eat the line with the saw. So not to the right, but right on the line, that way you get the cut exactly the way it's supposed to be. All right, so we cut the second one, and then I'm gonna cut the last one here. Actually, I'm gonna have 2 cuts on the last one. Always use the first board as your measure. So don't cut this one and then measure with the next one and measure with the next one. Whatever you started with, that's your guide. Just use my little battery-powered Makita saw and a square so that I can cut straight. All right, now here we are with a 10-foot board. It's, once again, when you measure it, it's 10 feet and a half an inch fine. So we're gonna just cut 2 5-foot pieces out of this, and then we'll do the second one, and then we're basically good to go. All right, so 2 minutes later, we've got 4 5-foot pieces. We've got our sides. I grabbed one block, and they drop right in there. So this is really straightforward. Now what we're gonna do is move everything over to the garden. And the beauty of having a tractor with a loader means I'm just gonna load everything up here, drive it over, and we'll put this thing together. Let's get going. What's next?
Well, we gotta bring in the blocks and set them in place, and then put the thing together.
All right, so we just gotta move that stuff, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's get cracking.
All right.
All right, so here we are putting the first course together. And what happened?
Well, it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit, but we measured. We have plenty of room for
did
5
measure.
feet.
But what we didn't take into consideration is the width of the concrete block. So in this end, we have a little bit more room because we can move the blocks over. But for this block, because it's up against the existing box, it doesn't fit.
So the bottom line is we measured for 5 feet. That block is good 6 or 8 inches longer on each side. So it doesn't fit. So
we need to cut some length off and redo it.
Ah! All right, so after a quick little edit, we cut 2 inches off of the 5-foot boards, and now everything fits. A little bit tight, but everything fits. All right, What'd that take? An hour maybe?
Yeah, not even. But here is the finished product. Gonna line it with some weed fabric, and then we'll go and get some dirt, figure out how many bags we need, and fill her up and plant some plants.
Good deal.
Thanks, honey.
Thanks for watching, and if you like our content, subscribe.